All right, so this is a 2004 6-liter Powerstroke that came in because the EGR was leaking coolant at the gasket where it comes right up from the intake. So we found a bunch of coolant leaking down between the engine and the valley and all the way down between the engine and the bell housing, and it was leaking on the floor pretty good. So we have to pull the whole intake manifold off, get the EGR cooler off, make sure that it's not leaking internally because that's how you blow head gaskets and lift the cylinder head off the block. So once we confirmed that that was fine, all we had to do was replace the EGR, replace the gaskets, and now we're in the final steps of getting ready to start it back up and take it for a test drive. Now, every single time Revit Auto does a repair on a vehicle, especially a diesel engine repair, we make sure that we take the vehicle for an extended test drive because we want to make sure that if anything was going to break, it's going to happen while we still have possession of the vehicle, so you can focus on growing your business instead of vehicle breakdowns. So this is the moment that's always really exciting, is after you've just done a medium to a large size repair, making sure that the vehicle starts afterwards, that there's no leaks, and then we can go on our test drive. So right now, since the fuel system was opened up, I'm just purging any air out of the fuel system by cycling the key, and I'm letting the key cycle until I hear the fuel pump, the lift pump underneath the driver's side seat here, turn off. Once that turns off, I cycle the key again. When you hear all the clicking in the engine compartment, that's actually the injectors, the FICM, the fuel injection control module, is actually cycling through the injectors, and when you hear that, you know that your FICM is actually working okay. So that's a good sound that we hear with all that clicking. Those are the solenoids inside the injectors. All right, you ready, Brian?
Ready.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and start it up and see if she kicks to life. Sounds pretty good for an engine that just had the fuel system opened up. That little rough idle that you're hearing, those are some of the air pockets.
This is called a HUE fuel injection system. And how it works is engine oil pressure is allowed into the injector with a small electric solenoid that opens. Once it does, the oil pressure presses down on the fuel, and that plunger action causes the fuel pressure to spike directly into the combustion chamber, giving you a nice fuel spread.
So at this point, Brian's gonna go through, make sure there's no leaks. Then he's gonna take this vehicle for a test drive to ensure it's ready to go back to the client. I'm Blair with Revit Auto. Thanks for watching. Happy motoring, and I look forward to talking to you soon.
Start focusing on growing your business instead of vehicle breakdowns.